All right, so I'm just gonna ride around the woods to be honest, but I have the camera on top of the helmet. Usually I would have this Insta360 mounted down here, but I have it mounted to the top of my visor. It's not going anywhere. This thing's a little bit dirty and it needs new tires. This one definitely needs new tires. Look at these knobbies just getting ripped off. That's not the right tire for this either, because this is a YZ250. Makes a lot more power than what this tire is designed for. Because it's made for a 250F or a 125 two-stroke. This actually has a better tire than this does. Yeah, these forks are still perfect. This bike is super dirty. Look at all this caked up in here. All right, so I just finished putting some gas in it. Successfully spilt it all over the place, but it'll be fine. Also, that's the ramp over there. It's broken at the moment. I built it like a few weeks ago. Before I jump any further, I want to make sure I put some expanded metal over the top of it, down the whole length of it, so it's, you know, more consistent. It's gonna break down as easily. It'll be a little bit more springy. It'll launch you further, for more traction. It's overall better if you use expanded metal over like plywood or 2x4s or any other substitute. Yeah, there you go. See my choke's on. Yeah, I just turned it on. Alright, I did a few pretty hard laps on this track here. It's a little bit wet at the moment, but honestly it's almost perfect. If it was just a little bit drier, it'd be ideal. It rips. If anybody wants to ride this and you're in the 615 area, just let me know. DM me on Instagram or something. I'm out of breath at the moment. This is a whole cardio exercise. This is one of the little jumps right here. This one will send you about, I don't know, 20 feet in length. It's pretty tiny. As you come in that dip right there, and then you launch it all up this hill. You land at about, I'm landing right here because it's wet and I haven't built a lift in a long time. But in good conditions, you'll land all the way down here. And then you immediately gotta slam on the brakes into this turn. Massive rocks right here. I don't know where these things come from. I'm further down the track. This is like the most technical part of the track. You come down through here, you turn really sharp right there, and you maneuver through all these little trees and rocks and stuff. But yeah, so you come around this corner right here, and then you just fly up this hill in about third gear. So you jump this and land like somewhere in there, give you the most momentum. You go straight up the hill, and then you go down that side. This downhill right here is where I crashed. Oh yeah, there it is. That's like vertical. It does not look vertical on the camera. It looks so easy on the camera. But yeah, there's a tree growing at the side of this wall basically. Come down through here. There's a ditch right here. If you're not careful, your wheel will get yanked in one direction or the other, your front wheel, and you'll end up either going down in there or you'll go this way. I went this way. Our front number plate just smacked the tree. This right here, that's got to be one of my favorite parts of the whole track. If you want to jump, you got to take this outside line. And you got to cut across this line and then blast it up that. That's a pretty big hill. Or if you don't want to jump it, you can take the inside line, and then you can go through all this nonsense, and then go up that line right there. If you're in a race and you want to win, you definitely want to jump it, Because if you take that line, you gotta do like a 180 once you get to the top to get back in the right direction. Because you go up and then it turns that way. I don't know where all these giant holes come from. This is some nastiness right here. This is some like thick junk right here. I hate that actually. How muddy and rutted up it gets. Yeah, me and a couple people try to fill this in, try to pack it as tightly as possible, and then this is after a few runs like that, you just rut it out completely. So you gotta either gotta gun it and pray you stay directly in that one center rut and don't deviate from it, or you gotta like take the side and hope your back wheel doesn't slide in there on your way up, or else you'll get sit sideways as soon as you go midair. You'll get spun into a 180. I've done it. It won't hurt you or anything because you'll just land at the top of the hill. The worst that can happen is your bike lands on top of you. Alright, I'm in here editing, and I forgot to wrap everything up, so I'm out here, in the garage. I have procrastinated cleaning the bike as of now, but this top mount worked pretty good, I think. I don't know if I like it better than the bar mount, to be honest. On the bar mount, if you want, you can flip it around and you can see yourself, and you can see everything that's going on behind you, and it's a pretty immersive feeling, I think. But on the top, on the helmet camera, like, you just see this the whole time. It's not anything crazy, I don't think. The back camera though, the third person POV, that was pretty sick, I think. It's not very stable though. It flops around all over the place. This is the rig I have set up for it. It's a chest protector, and the stick just goes through the jersey. Which, I mean, it works, but it's kind of weird. It flops around all over the place while you're riding. But yeah, there's that. I had some fun. I'm glad it stopped raining a little bit, and then it started raining again. But the ground was pretty good, I think. The ground was pretty moist. That way, it's not so dusty, and it wasn't like sloppy or anything like that out there. It was pretty good. So I can't complain. But before I have any real riding sessions going on, I definitely need to change these tires. These tires are absolutely gone. I have all kinds of tires up here. I have plenty of tires for the WR, but the YZ has a different size rear wheel. So I gotta go buy a new rear tire for this bike. But I have plenty of other tires. And these are all 18s. They'll all fit the WR, except the top two. Those are front wheels anyways. Just that damage to my number plate. It's nothing. I have a whole new set of plastics for this bike anyways. There's the fender. I had already broke out the fender, because they had some of the plastics they already had on the bike. Some of them they don't. But they're plastics. They're made to get destroyed. I already put another fender on because I'm stupid. And what I did is I slid out when it was super muddy one day, and I got the front end hooked around a tree. So my front fender ended up getting just absolutely demolished, and it fell. Oh, I'm not gonna worry about it. But yeah, so I already put the other fender back on it. But yeah, everything else is good. I definitely need a baffle in this thing because it's loud. It doesn't even sound good. But like, you can hear there's no baffle in it. And then yeah. My allergies are trying to take me out of the gene pool. Yeah, here's the YZ. It's over here looking absolutely beastly. I thought I was gonna sell the YZ, but I can't. It's an addiction. I'm starting to get really comfortable on big jumps with the YZ. You can't really do that with the WR. I mean, you can, but the gear ratio is too short, and it doesn't have enough power in the higher gears because of how the transmission set up. All the power's in the low RPMs because it's set up for its super torquey transmission has a wide ratio. That's why it's called a WR. But this is a super long gear ratio. This is super long gear ratio on the YZ because it's a motocross bike. It's not made for the woods like this thing is. So it's good for jumps because it sends you off the lip very smoothly. Even with all the extra power from the two-stroke. Two-stroke is a little bit scary, but it's honestly I'm more comfortable jumping the YZ than I am on the WR because the suspension and the transmission, they're suited for two different tasks, and they both perform pretty well. But yeah, anyways, that's about it. Go subscribe or something.